All right, so with Whitman's poem, I Hear America Singing, hopefully you've gotten the idea already that he was talking about people who work for a living, kind of they go out and do their thing. So the focus on I Hear America Singing is the technique of how he wrote this. It doesn't look like a normal poem. You see some hints of rhyme, but what you see mostly, what we see mostly, is what we call a catalog technique. And what's a catalog? What does a catalog do? Groups things together, right? So you can make a list or something like that, and that's exactly what a catalog is. It's a list of things. Sometimes they're similar, sometimes they're different. If you go into a store and they used to have all these catalogs, they compartmentalized it: tools, toys, clothes. So and they listed that. Now, if you go even online, you'll have men, children, women's clothes, shoes, whatever. It's basically the store's list of catalog. Whitman does this in a lot of his poems. He creates a catalog, or a listing, if you will. So I Hear America Singing. I've put it up on the screen. Let me get this off. I know you guys can't see it behind me. You won't be able to really see it behind me, but I thought it was there. Yeah, it's coming back up. So I want you to hear it real quick, and I'm going to just read it, just a quick reading. I Hear America Singing by Walt Whitman. I hear America singing the varied carols I hear, those of mechanics, each one singing his as it should be, blithe and strong. The carpenter singing his as he measures his plank or beam. The mason singing his as he makes ready for work or leaves off work. The boatman singing what belongs to him in his boat, the deckhand singing on the steamboat deck. The shoemaker singing as he sits on his bench, the hatter singing as he stands. The woodcutter's song, the plowboy's on his way in the morning, or at noon intermission, or at sundown. The delicious singing of the mother, or of the young wife at work, or of the girl sewing or washing, each singing what belongs to him or her and to none else. The day what belongs to the day. At night, the party of young fellows, robust, friendly, singing with open mouths their strong, melodious songs. Okay, so what kind of list is this? What kind of catalog is this? What has he done? Okay, he's listed jobs. So not just jobs, he's listed people who hold those jobs. So what he threw in the mother and the young girl, young wife at work, and the girl sewing and washing. We don't necessarily consider those jobs, do we? That's kind of very sexist of me. And for the last 100 years or so, women have complained about the glass ceiling, and even those that were at home working and a housewife and mother, they said, this is a lot of work. Ask your moms how much work do they do, cleaning up the house, and even after they get off their own jobs, they still are seemingly expected to cook. Traditionally, the women in the household are expected to cook, wash clothes, clean the house, and stuff like that. You guys are old enough now. You probably are working on chores, and your mom has, or dad too, has elected to say, you know what, you've time for you to put carry your weight around here and do some things, right? So my dad couldn't wait until we were like 6 or 7 years old so we can go out and mow the grass. All right, just kidding. It was like 10 or 11 that he actually got us pushing a lawnmower. And we were probably a little bit more efficient at it by the time we were 12 or 13. We could actually do that. So, and then, of course, Mom, we had our chores. So this right here is Walt Whitman not being a sexist, basically saying all these work together. And this is what America is. He's talking about the American people. I hear America singing. Now, singing is not singing. It's not somebody singing a song or whistling a tune. It's the rhythm of how these things work together. Each one has a different carol, but each one are chorded in tune with each other. Think about that. So if you're a musician, you know what chords are. Majors, minors, sevenths, ninths, whatever. But all these work together to create this chord or create this melody, so to speak. It's pretty interesting that he does this. What I like about this, we do not see color in this poem. We see men and women, we don't see color. I think that echoes kind of what Walt Whitman really, or how he lived his life. Not that he was color blind, but he saw people. He didn't think of someone because of their color any less than what they should be. So there's a lot of respect underlying here. He could have put different colors in here, colors of the races and things like that, but he doesn't do it. You don't see the railroad workers being specific nationalities. You don't see the slave in here. He doesn't mention the slaves at this time, and part of that is because he doesn't care for slavery. He's an opponent to slavery. All right, so the other part of what I'm going to do, I'm going to finish this real quick just so I can go to the next video.